Hi, it's Monday, May 22nd, and here I am. As I said yesterday, we're going to talk specifically about PTSD, which is one of my diagnoses, and CPTSD, which is complex post-traumatic stress disorder. When I think about PTSD, I think about soldiers. I think about our veterans. I remember seeing a scene in a show where a ceiling fan in someone's bedroom kept triggering the soldier because he kept thinking of the helicopter propellers. So when I was first diagnosed with PTSD, I was kind of like, that's interesting. But I always associated that with people who fight in war. And then I started to really look at the trauma, and I too have fought in a war. Mine has just been, the battlefield has been here in life. So what is complex PTSD? I'm going to read you something about it. This is for the Center for Anxiety Disorders, and they focus specifically on anxiety and mood disorders, and there are, I believe, 5 different types of anxiety disorders. And I think this is why people are, get so hesitant about diagnoses and about labels, is that it's always changing. And one doctor may say you're this, one doctor may say you're that. So it can be a little gray, which I've already said I hate. So I'm always doing my own research. I am good for Googling and going back to my doctor and being like, let's discuss that. But let me read you what I found about complex PTSD. The majority of us have heard about PTSD, the condition that can occur when someone is exposed to a situation over which they had little or no control and from which there was little or no hope of escape. It is often associated with members of the military who have witnessed the horrors of battle, or with people who have endured an extremely physical or emotional trauma. PTSD can occur after experiencing even just one threatening situation, such as being involved in a car accident. But what about those who've gone through long-term exposure to a continuing intense level of stress? Recently, mental health experts have begun to realize that there are more layers to the emotional suffering experienced by people who have been through long-lasting stressors like childhood sexual abuse, for example, or years of domestic violence. In cases like these, a PTSD diagnosis partly addresses their condition, but doesn't adequately define the severe psychological harm that has resulted from the trauma. Therefore, some mental health professionals now believe there should be a new category. Sorry, had a phone call. That will encompass the emotional scarring from long-term chronic trauma, hence the complex PTSD. Even with this new classification, it is important to note that the victims of chronic trauma can have both PTSD and complex PTSD simultaneously. Here's an easy way to see the differences. A child witnessing the death of a friend in an accident may show some symptoms of PTSD. A child who has lived with years of sexual or physical abuse may have symptoms of CPTSD in addition to PTSD. Now, what does that look like for someone who actually has it? That's all the clinical definition of it. I posted this the other day on my Facebook page because I experienced a lot of this. Symptoms of CPTSD: getting overwhelmed in crowds. When I had my break last October, I was standing in Grand Central Station, where I've been in I'm from New York. I'm a native New Yorker. And I was running around Grand Central, all the various places, looking for my supervisor, and she was late, and it was the worst place. And I have not been to Grand Central since, but I was extremely overwhelmed. Getting upset or angry at a loud alarm. I am extremely sensitive, hypersensitive to noise. Things that I should just be like, it'll pass. I get angry. Ordinary nightmares that have nothing to do with the circumstances, just stupid nightmares, much more often than the average person. You already know I don't sleep and have nightmares. Getting sharp pains in your back, neck, collarbones that make it hard to breathe. This is due to hypervigilance. This is like high anxiety, always being in a tense position. Sometimes I don't even realize that I'm clenching, and this whole thing hurts because I'm like this all the time. I have to consciously be like, Nancy, stop clenching. Learning that high anxiety does not mean generalized anxiety like other people have with panic attacks and not feeling they can accomplish anything. PTSD anxiety just means this frenetic energy that makes you want to talk, think, do things, even as an introvert, to avoid stopping, which is very true. If you have walked with me in the street, I have little arms and I have little legs, but I am speedy. And I just have all of this energy. Sometimes I talk too fast and my family's like, slow down. I walk really fast. My thoughts are all jumbled up. So all of this, there's like 7 or 8 more different points. But I think you kind of get some of the gist here. Periods of racing heart, exaggerated startled response. Most people, you might scare them with like, whoo, and they'll be like, and it might take me a while to kind of resettle and hit my streamline. So that's kind of the background there. So why am I talking about this today? One of the things that I have looked, and I've mentioned this before with the clothing, is that safety is so important to me. I have to feel safe, and I have to feel secure. And sometimes a lot of that looks like me physically being embraced, or pressure being applied. It's like if someone was hugging me all the time, and I don't have anybody hugging me most of the time. So how do I create my clothes to give that effect? I was standing in Dunkin' Donuts a few months ago. I've been working on Traumattire for a long time. I just hadn't paid for the intellectual property, so I was apprehensive to share it with you. But several months ago, I saw this man in Dunkin' Donuts, and he was wearing this jacket, and I was like, I love your jacket. And it had all of these pockets and all of these panels. And he told me he was in the military, and it was a military jacket. And I took a picture of it. I mean, they were, I don't know if you could see that. I don't think you can very well. But the part at the bottom, that whole back paneling on the top part of his buttocks and lower part of his back, that was a pocket. He had a pocket on the sleeves. He had pockets on the side. And it just got me to, I took several pictures of him. What a nice man that he just let me like take pictures of him. Here's the other side of the jacket. So I started thinking about this, and I was like, I want that. I was just talking to a woman I met this weekend, and she was saying for her, she gets comfort when there's pressure applied to her back, as if someone was holding her up. And none of my clothes have anything in the back. There's a lot of things with abdominal paneling, so that you can apply pressure during a panic attack. I never thought of the back because that's not a comfort place for me. So if there are things that help you feel calm and help you feel safe, please let me know privately or on this feed, and I can incorporate it in one of my looks. What I'm going to show you today that I kind of got from that, I'm going to show you 2 looks today, believe it or not. One is a deconstructed hoodie. I love the hoodie. Oh my gosh, if I could wear a hoodie 365, I would. But here it's a little bit more stylish so that people aren't like, oh, you're in a hoodie all the time. How come I can't find it? Give me a second. One day I will be a little bit more organized for you. Where's this look? You know what? I don't have it here. All right, so I'll show you the other one while I pull the other one. Here is, this is a look, there we go, that I drew, and it came out of that jacket, and also the medical scrubs. And I thought that, I mean, I love pockets, so these have lots of pockets, lots of paneling for different things. This is my brother's favorite. He was like, I want that. So here's one of the looks, but I really wanted to show you the other one because that's the one that I did with PTSD survivors in mind. So give me 1 second to go to my Gmail and pull it out. But yes, hi guys for hanging out with me. Hi my friends who are here right now. Again, sorry I'm not more, kind of all over the place today. It was a dreary day, and I kind of felt as such. the rain and just blah. Where are my clothes? Sorry, guys. I wish y'all talked back.
They do. They comments.
My son's like, they do, but no one's saying anything. They're just watching me wait.
Yeah, like,
Or watching me look for this.
You can talk. If it's a live stream, then they can say stuff in the comments.
Oh, my sister's on. Hi, sister.
Hi, Baby Cindy.
Oh, thank you, Pisco Pink. I'm going to stop apologizing and just wait.
Hi, Baby Cindy.
Boo. All right, hold on.
Hi, Baby Cindy.
She can't say hi back. Please subscribe, please subscribe.
She here, right? If she here,
Where's
then that's
my
all that
stuff?
matters.
So one like this video.
Oh, it just sent it. Okay, got it. Victory. All right. So, the deconstructed hoodie, it's basically a hoodie, but it's fitted more. And like I said, all of the Traumattire outfits will have some subtle messaging that you would know. And most of the outfits have something that encourages me, but what might do it for me might not do it for you. So you can have that customized as well. But separate from a hoodie, it would be different from a hoodie. It would have a zipper, so it would open up, and this whole part of your chest would be protected, but that's where the message would be. So that's what it is. It's not, I mean, I took all that time to basically show you a picture of a sweatshirt, but that's where the message would be, and I would wear it almost every day. So that's that. I know I spoke to you about the 487 pant with the breathing techniques the other day, and this is just a quick drawing of the 487 pant with a description of what I had told you guys, and that's what I was thinking. Just 487 on repeat, and that would be transfer patterned on the whole thing, and then you could follow it along during an attack. So that's it for today. So I showed you a couple of looks. We talked about PTSD and complex PTSD, and that's it. I want to thank you guys. It's wrapping up the end of the month, so I'm going to be doing a lot more clothes, so that you can kind of get a feel of what the whole line look like and what the purpose is. I'm working on one more look called Raging Courage. It has deep reds, and it's just for all our courageous people out there. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. This was a long one because I spent all that time. Maybe I'll cut that out on the YouTube. But I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.